If good, no cheap. If cheap, no good.
What do you need to be a tunneler? Is it just brute strength, or is there more to it than that?
Has to be a bit daft, I think.
Is this the toughest job of all down here, the hand tunneling?
This here?
Yeah.
It is, yeah.
Is that heavy?
Heavy enough, not too light. Heavy when you're in your hand for 8 hours. It's heavy in the evening.
Why do you do it?
The money.
To this, in memory of me. You find that quite a number of them come from a great distance away. Donegal and the north of Ireland. There's a history in that particular area of Ireland where quite a number of people would have been tunnellers all their life. You also find that quite a number of them are interrelated to one another. You would often have a father and son here, or you would have a number of first cousins, or fathers and uncles and nephews here as well.
Father Murphy's church, a thatch barn, is part of a special village they've built for the tunnellers near Dover. It's called Farthinglow. It's fenced from the outside world, and its nickname is Colditz.
I think people had got this idea about the tunnel tigers were going down into the town to rape and pillage, but there's been no raping nor pillaging. This is a construction workers' camp, it's not for Boy Scouts. No matter where, you will get people misbehaving. If we were such a bad place, I think the Channel Tunnel Police Unit would be resident here, and they certainly are not. Basically, this is a very large construction workers' hotel. There's nothing else like it about. I reckon the guys working across the hill have it pretty hard, so we try and make it as comfortable and as relaxed here as possible. I don't think that I've ever had any complaints about the standard of the housekeeping here.
What's it like living in the village?
That's all right. The rooms are a bit wee, but they're clean. Keep them clean, you get your bed changed. Food's improved, it's not bad.
If I know that one of the residents has his wife down on a visit rather than him going home, I encourage these people to bring their wives into the village. I'll make time to host a visit, show them all the facilities, show them where the guys are living, and the majority of times these wives and mothers, we've had mothers in as well, are happily surprised to see what is on offer here.
Lakanuki is the name of the bar. Not very subtle, but this is a man's world. The bar is the focal point of the village. The 800 residents are a long way from home.
What do you do?
I see my wife and my family as much as I can.
What family have you got?
I've got a wee girl just now and one due maybe even tonight.
Really?
Yeah. She's due just shortly.
That's nerve-wracking for you, isn't it?
Yeah, it is and a half.
Being on the phone?
Yeah, I'm on the phone every day and every night when I finish work, just to make sure everything's all right.
You shake my nerves and you round my brain. Too much love drives the girl insane. You broke my will. Ooh, what a thrill. Ooh, goodness gracious. Great old fire. I like to live because I thought it was funny. Ooh, you came along. Ooh, honey. You changed my mind. Ooh, this stuff is fine. Goodness gracious. Great ball.
It costs £1 to get into the village show night. All the money goes to charity.
I wanna love you like a lover should. You're fine, so kind. I wanna tell the world that you're mine, 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 mine. I'm real nervous, but it sure is fun. Hey, hey. Unfortunately, I don't know where Guide Dog Ross will be working, but I can assure you he'll be working somewhere in Britain, and he'll be working in the next month or two, giving another blind person a new lease of life and their freedom and independence and everything that I have from my own guide dog, Yasmin. So thank you very, very much, everyone. It's a marvellous effort. Thank you.
All the money was given by the miners. Brilliant. You ever go up to them with a sponsor form, each one signs you £10 straight away, and they get all their mates, they make sure everyone has signed the sheet. This summer we did, 5 of us did a London to Paris cycle rally. The name of our team entry was the Tunnel Tigers, so of course when it came to the cycling to Paris, we had to go as Tigers.
Danger faces the Tigers at work. So far, 7 have died while tunnelling from Britain.
Yeah. You've got to be aware of the dangers. If you're aware of the dangers, it's safe, or relatively safe. And I would say it took me a year to understand and appreciate the dangers I was open to.
In part 2, we examine safety. Another shift finishes and the tunnellers can't wait to get home.
What's it been like for you, Dan? I've had its good points, its bad points. I've lost a friend, Charlie, who died. I stayed in digs with him for over a year, and that was the lowest point of the Chunnel tunnel for me. I felt like just packing up and going home after that. That was the rest of the guys that died before that. I didn't know personally, but when it brings it home to you, it was one of your friends. That was the lowest point of the tunnel for me.
Is it dangerous?
Where, down there?
Yeah.
What, in the tunnel or in the... Yeah.
And what? In the tunnel?
Oh, in the tunnel, obviously, it's dangerous. I mean, that is a stupid question. I don't mean to be cheeky, but that is a stupid question. We're in the construction industry. The construction industry is a very dangerous job. But as far as the tunnel's concerned, the only extra danger is the locals going by.
What about the serious accidents? There have been 7 people killed. Do you think that could have been avoided?
Well, I don't know the details of the individual accidents. Were they caused by negligence on the firm's part? Were they caused by negligence on the man's part? I mean, I don't know.
The last one, Charlie, I mean, I didn't know him that well. I had met him. And when I found out it was him, he was electrocuted. I think everybody was gutted, really gutted. And very quiet on the camp for the 3 or 4 days. It was just a talking point. Really bad.
Charlie McCourt died on July the 29th. He was 45. Married with 3 children, he came from Oldham in Lancashire.
We lost our electrician was electrocuted, Charlie. Charlie should get a mention really on this programme because he was a mate of all of us. Good man. Good man.
And he was part of your shift?
He was on our shift, yeah, it happened on our shift.
Yeah. What happened?
He got electrocuted. Just, the junction box got damaged by the train going out and Charlie went to repair it and he got killed.
And you all stopped work?
We did stop work, yeah. Well, we had to stop work that day, but we didn't work the next day as a mark of respect. And we didn't work the day after that because I think they really knocked the heart out of the shift. I mean, nobody was really...
Did that bring everybody together? Did that sort of...
Well, I mean, it was just tragic. Top and bottom of it. TBM. TBM.
If you've worked in it all the time, you don't take any notice of the dangers. I think a lot of the time people do silly things and they don't seem to know the most dangerous thing down here is the loco. Always has been in any tunnel.
Do you think they should be stricter than the safety precautions?
Well, no, I don't see how they can do much more than what they've done. It's just a case of people using a bit of common sense.
So if you're not looking out, you're going to catch somebody.
Brakes off, in the tunnel, powering up.
Sounding your horn plenty of times when there's men around.
There are more than 100 trains in the tunnel. It's the 3rd largest rail network in the country. Every driver receives extensive safety training.
We've had 7 fatalities on the British side. And that is distressing. So we can't be satisfied. Even if we have no more accidents, we can never be satisfied.
What have you done to improve that record?
I think we have, it sounds naive to say so, but I think we have done more to promote safety on this job than on any other job in the country.
Are you going to carry on risking your neck? Hoping that it doesn't happen to you? Because I think that's what most people do, and that's where most accidents are caused.
A 4-day induction course is compulsory for underground workers, with safety the #1 priority.
7 fatalities which could easily have been avoided. And there could have been 7 families in this world that wasn't suffering the loss of their father.
I think we've set a new standard for safety training and safety awareness on this job, which I hope will be passed to the rest of the construction industry as our staff and workers move off into other jobs.
Is there a rivalry between the different shifts, different gangs?
Oh yeah, I mean you all try to do more rings than the last one. And that's the whole part of the game.
Spurs you on?
Well, the more you do, the more you get paid.
Does it concern you that men are expected to work too fast and that safety gets pushed into the background?
I would be worried if I thought that was the case. But I don't think it's the case. I just don't accept it.
We've all learnt a tremendous amount. I think 2 years ago, yes, we had that macho image, but now this safety training we've had here is going to take us through the rest of our lives. Plus, all the young men that have come into it, that is now instilled in them.
The medical centre deals with 1,500 cases a month, from minor cuts and bruises to more serious injuries.
Just here?
Yeah.
Okay. How about here?
No. Construction workers are aggressive, perhaps even arrogant. That is the personality of the industry. Every industry has its own personality, and that is how I would assess the construction industry as being arrogant, because they have to get on with the project within a certain time and with a certain cost, and it is highly competitive, especially nowadays when the construction industry is really in the doldrums, and this happens periodically.
That's great. Keep it going. Keep going. Keep going.
Before joining the workforce, everyone receives a thorough medical.
In the early years, 87, 88, when I introduced medical standards, they were rejected. Gradually, the management have accepted these standards, and the workmen also appreciated the importance of health standards.